of taking on the fascism of the Trump administration. We agree.
Now, it's not just a common hatred of President Trump. The pair of radicals agree on pretty much everything. Now, keep in mind that Hasan Piker hates America, wants to destroy
I like that he has to like keep repeating that I hate America so that people don't forget like why they're supposed to hate me. Because even then he understands that like most people in his audience still don't know who the fuck I am or why should they even care. It's like, no, you have to remember we hate this guy, okay? We hate this guy. Why do we hate this guy? Because he hates America. A reminder to all, we hate this guy because he hates America.
I also want to remind you guys that there are a lot of people in Dearborn who are sad today.
They have to train their audience to hate Hasan. Otherwise, they wouldn't give a shit.
Do they show his picture?
On the one that I was watching right now? Nah, it's just Fox commentary. They're just spitting on his name.
You see how they don't put his picture?
Because if they put his picture, they're going to be like, he looks like a nice guy. Like, automatically disarms everything about him. Because he doesn't look like an asshole. Like, yeah. The thing that everybody always, like, tries to slander him with is, like, he's a bro. Like, he has that bro-coded shit where he talks a lot of shit and he's kind of toxic. But, like, he's still not, you know, a PDF. Like, the one running the country. You know? And people love slandering him about that shit. And they'll bring up that 9/11 shit every single fucking time. Because they love, like, having some ammunition. But it's crazy. Like, he doesn't have that much ammunition. So it's like they've run out of shit to say.
That's all you have.
That's all they have. They're just waiting for him to fuck up.
That's a lot of pressure.
I know, right? Like, just people hovering around you waiting for you to take a dump.
So, like, I just don't want to comment on Khamenei at all. Like, I don't think it's worth even touching that.
I don't think it's worth touching that, but Trump's a fascist. Okay, this is not someone interested in putting America first. What
do you mean? That low-key is the most American.
America doesn't even put itself first, bro. They're literally funding a foreign war.
I feel a different type of way about this religious figure. He doesn't agree with it. And in the broader context of the conversation, he's just saying like this is not a sad day because of the Ayatollah died. It's just a sad day because we've blown up a school. Doubly sad because of those actions leading to global crisis that has negative consequences on America.
Atlantic put it, Abdul El-Sayed, he fuses two toxic ideologies together. And that is now commonplace in the Democratic Party. This includes an over-the-top anti-Israel obsession and, of course, democratic socialism. Like all other DSA-backed...
They treat it like such a dirty word, too. Democratic socialism.
One more time. Abdul El-Sayed is not in any way, shape, or form affiliated with the Democratic Socialists of America. You can at least say like he's associated with me, but I am not associated with the Democratic Socialists of America.
He's said that a billion times.
Join DSA though, of course, if you haven't already. I don't know what you're waiting for. I am an independent media, PBS, Piker Broadcasting Service. Some might say this is the propaganda mouthpiece of the Democratic Socialists of America, the movement, the organization. To them, I say, no, I'm just independent.
And what Republicans should say is that at the end of a year, you'll have nothing but death, squalor, poverty.
Woke 1.0 won against this, didn't it? Let them lose again.
You'll have a life of hell. And that's what happens.
I hate the way he talks, bro. He's so fucking annoying.
You lose your apartment.
It's gonna be completely hell.
When I watch Abdul, he's fully.
He's actually like getting way more unhinged with shit that he's saying. Like, you can tell he's like getting pissed off that he's not having the same like impact that he was early on in his administration. And I think because like a lot of like Trumpers have realized like he really doesn't give a shit. He's just a fucking grifter. Like they finally, like some of them are finally like coming to the conclusion like, oh yeah, everybody was fucking right. It's almost like this whole time, you know, it was literally just a fucking grift and we're so stupid we fell for it. Now everybody's backtracking and realizing he's a piece of shit. They really don't support, you know, fighting foreign wars. It's fucking stupid. Anybody with any fucking common sense will tell you that. Like, why are we fighting over there? Like, what does it have to do with us?
Especially the soldiers that are dying.
Yeah, like we've literally lost like what, like 10
That they took
so far. You know, like who knows the actual number? Like they're actually starting to hit US bases and shit, and the casualties are gonna start piling up. Like sooner or later, they're gonna get worse. You know, and they're not really answering for it either. That's the worst part. Is like they're not saying anything. They're just like, have you noticed when they like turn in the soldiers' remains? It's like this really hushed thing.
Yeah, it's
They've
real
kind of like taken on this like somber note, but it's not. It's just like them trying to downplay it, and it's really fucked up. Like, yeah, they're doing like the full thing, but it's like they should, like when you saw that shit after 9/11, like they made a big stink about it. They would put it all over the place. Like they would kind of like spread the news, you know, like a hero had fallen, and I feel like they're not matching that energy, which is how they've always treated it in the past. So it's just kind of odd. Like, why are you guys like being more subtle? I'm not saying they're just like dismissing them, but they're just being in like this weird subtle way of like, oh yeah, I mean, we are in a conflict, but we're not going to acknowledge their deaths a little bit. I think also because the families have been told shit, like some of them are probably outraged that they weren't told like right away. So they're probably keeping a lid on certain shit. Of course, it's all conjecture. We're never going to get like the real numbers. We're not going to get what actually happened, you know. Because technically all that stuff is like classified, right? It just seems odd. Let's hear the rest.
The Michigan GOP Senate candidate, of course, will be facing off against El Sayed in November. Mike, it's good to see you tonight. Now, so he did the big "it's time to come together" speech tonight. He spent the last day, as I said, campaigning with Piker, and even went to a pool party with him, you know, in that tight... Are we going to see you in a tight black T-shirt, Mike? You're going to try to outdo him on the pec?
Oh my God, Laura Ingraham is horny. What the? That's
Why is she
weird.
rambling about his
black T-shirt with his pecs out?
What is
Oh
he?
my God.
Why is she rambling about his clothes?
That I am running against the guy who believes that 9/11, America deserved 9/11.
They're so fucking desperate, bro.
That. And the only person that has said that also apologized for it. Once again, totally ridiculous.
To me, that we have gotten here. And so all of his quips and all of his unserious accusations and microphone jibes, this guy is dangerous for America. I mean, he's just absolutely dangerous for America. Matter of fact, when we had a guy load up a car with explosives, drive it into a synagogue in Michigan, he basically could not really condemn him. And matter of fact,
It's so awesome that these are the exact same lines of attack that he just withstood in the primary by Democrats, and now the Republicans are doing it. Awesome. Great, by the way. Okay? Great. Very cool. That's number one. This is ironically what I was talking about when I said the Islamophobia coming from the campaign consultants and the DC media bubble. This was literally what I was referencing. This was what I was complaining about. That's number one. Number two, the silver lining here is that at least he got hit with all of this and it failed. He still won. Not only did he get hit with all of this, but he also got hit with this as hard as you possibly can be hit, but perhaps not so hard that it would actually throw off voters a little bit. The Islamophobia that Abdul al-Sayed received in the primary amongst Democrats was a little bit more sinister. It was at least designed in a way where it was maybe perhaps a little bit more subtle. Republicans don't have the capacity to be subtle with their racism. And I think too much of that is going to come across as gross. Too much of it is going to be gross. No tact whatsoever. When this dickhead turns around and goes, you know, Abdul al-Sayed, you know, he reminds me of Osama bin Laden. People are going to be like, yeah, you're gross, man. This is a dude that was born here. This is a dude that became a doctor here. He just wants to give us health care. And you're like, you know, saying he's Osama bin Laden. That's messed up. The other side of the story is the defense against this is other Democrats not named Hasan.
So apparently there's like this weird thing, and I'm not going to say it like because I think it's like a derogatory term. I'll just spell it. Everybody's using this term It's TONK. That's what they're referring to as country unknown. Like basically that's what you're being like allocated in this weird like derogatory way, like kind of saying like this is a like it's a whitewashed way of saying like terrorist. Like that's what they're using as their little acronym for basically anybody of color. So just a little FYI.
On Democrats named, Mallory or Haley, Democrats named Shannon need to be the first line of defense against this kind of bigotry. White women are the first bastion of defense against racist like this. But the problem is, and this goes back to my argument from yesterday, the first responders, the first line of defense against this kind of bigotry ended up dishing out said bigotry over and over again. That same exact bigotry that is being championed and channeled by Mike Rogers now. Will this cause some liberals to go back and take a look at the way that they have communicated? Will this be an about-face moment? I don't know. I hope so. If left alone, if left unchecked, this will make discourse far more toxic. This will make discourse far worse. Yeah, white liberal women lost their minds over Trump's Muslim ban, as they should have, but now those same people are fine with Islamophobia. Yeah.
You are all unbelievably Islamophobic pieces of
Fucking Hasan, dude.
Terrorist for like no voter called him a terrorist. You know what I mean? Voters were voting for Haley Stevens because Haley Stevens would have an easier time defeating Mike Rogers. When I'm talking about like you're all Islamophobic because you called him a terrorist, you said like he was a fake doctor. No voter said he was a fake doctor. I'm talking about the consultants and the narratives that they try to concoct in the primary.
Motherfucker.
And it's ironic because the stupid Fox News dipshits are doing the same thing now.
We have already started our conversations with people who voted for his Democrat opponent about coming to our side and sending a clear message that this kind of radicalism, this kind of meanness and divisiveness is not the right direction for a state like Michigan. I mean, my God, Laura.
Dog, you are a Republican. You eat Trump's apple for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What the do you mean? This kind of divisiveness. What are you saying? Your first ad, as soon as Abdul won the primary, was saying he loves 9/11. Your second ad was equating him to Osama bin Laden. You are trying to present yourself as though you are hunting him like you hunted. You're fucking lying. You didn't. I don't think this guy hunted bin Laden anyway. But like you're equating him to bin Laden and saying I'm gonna hunt the terrorist in the least subtle piece of Islamophobic candidacy campaign that I've seen. Okay.
Last year we were 44th in education and our fourth graders can't read at the fourth grade level. 3 out of 4 of them can't. And so we're saying, hey, look, there's a better way forward. And it doesn't have to be what he's selling. It's radical. It's anti-Semitic. Matter of fact, I argue they blew past anti-Semitic. They just don't like Jews. They make it very clear.
Wait, how do you blow past anti-Semitic to not liking Jews? That's what anti-Semitism is. This guy's so stupid. He can't even do woke right. I love that these guys' position always is like, yeah, DEI except for loving Israel. No DEI except for loving Israel. That's it. They just straight up don't like Jews.
They talk about it often. They keep using that kind of language.
Yeah, he has to do this because this gives him a chance for more power as majority leader, which, I don't know which direction he'll wield that power in. I don't think he will do much with it. I don't know what his calculation is there, but like he kind of has to do that. There's just no other way. That's the one job that he has.
That you just saw. Yeah, it's basically blame the Jews 24/7. Yeah. I mean, the Jews are responsible apparently for everything.
Okay, once again, Trump supporter complaint.
If Israel's the one doing this, who else would you fucking blame? Like, there's no one else, bro. It's like the only 2 people in the room are throwing hands. Like, who else would you blame? Is there this third culprit that you're trying to find? Like, there's nobody else. And they'll literally, like, find a mysterious culprit just to, like, say, well, it wasn't us, like, it was, this made-up shit. They can't even fucking, like, they can't fathom somebody blaming them for shit.
No. They never take.
They can never take any fucking accountability for their bullshit. It's like, if you play the blame game with them, like it's so fucks with their shit. Like they're so over the top, offended by it. They immediately get on the fucking aggressive stance and shit. I don't know. I just don't understand. Like, who was it, bro? Then who is doing this? If it's not you, it's got to be somebody. Tell us who you think it was.
Patricia.
It was Patricia? Like, you're gonna make some random shit up? Not me surviving all that shit.
Complaining about mean language, which is insane. Trump supporter
He's
complaining about
saying
bigotry, which is
mean
insane.
things.
Also, I can't help but notice how identical this commentary is from to everything that I heard, to everything that I heard thus far. And once again, I feel like we're losing sight of the main through line here. These are people who defend the Epstein class. These are people who defend Trump's corruption. These are people who defend the amount, like unbelievable amounts of corruption that Trump has done, Trump's incompetence, the Trump administration's violence. And on top of that, every conversation that these dickheads have about anti-Semitism should always be met with, because they're having a conversation not about actual anti-Semitism, but about, anti-Israel sentiment. So every single conversation that they try to cynically talk about, where they cynically try to talk about anti-Semitism, should be met with, one, you literally are the anti-DEI party, okay? And two, you literally are Israel first. You are Israel first, America second, maybe,
Yeah.
okay? That's it. I am not above saying we are the real America first part.
And the thing about it is like, nobody wants to say it, but they're just being contrarian. Like, it's not even about like right or wrong. They've gotten to the point where they're going to die on that hill. Like, they're just not going to be budged. They can't take accountability because there was never any accountability to be had. They never did shit wrong, So like, it's like narcissism 101 type of shit. They're just never in that fucking hot seat, Never. Like, they're basically in this weird, like, fucking abusive relationship with us as a country. Like, we're stuck supporting them because, like, we're like codependent, basically. I know APAC has like their money in all kinds of shit. We'll never know the full scope of things, but it's like, if they run the wallet, like, they basically run the fucking show. Not to be that guy, but it is what it is, you can't control it. And it's not even a conspiracy. It's like, that's just the lay of the land. If it was any different, I wouldn't say it, but that's how it is. And people love saying like, oh, you're just being like a conspiracy nut. Like, it's not all, this global cabal taking control over a country, but like, we're literally waging a senseless war for literally fucking nothing, bro. For nothing more than like land, dirt that doesn't even belong to us, and we're still there fucking around trying to like take shit over. We're like maybe like 5 months away from boots on the ground, I would say. US troops in fucking either Israel or fucking Iran. Like, we're getting pretty close. I'm surprised we haven't already done that. If we haven't, like, there's probably some like weird fucking squad doing that shit on their behalf. Contractors are like basically a private military organization that's providing like intel or directly involved.
Party. I am not above saying we are the real peace ticket, okay? And that is real. And there are a lot of Republicans who are pissed off about this Israel shit. And there are certainly ton of independence too. It's the easiest message of all time. Just go out there and be like, these guys want to take all your tax dollars and ship it overseas to Israel. They want to send your sons and daughters to go die at the behest of Israel as the entire planet's fucking energy supplies diminish
Basically,
day in,
dude.
day out.
Basically.
It's free money. It's free ball. That and data centers, I think, are the two most like cross-party appeal statements that you can just constantly hit. And obviously with Mike Rogers, given his pharmaceutical lobby connections, like you can connect him directly back to the opioid crisis as well. Like, so when these guys talk about like violence or, oh, these guys want to like throw Americans in jail or kill Americans with their dangerous comments, you could be like, dude, you killed Americans. You played a formative role in the opioid crisis. You have killed a ton of Michiganders. That's it.
I want to say very quickly, I know you're running out of time, that he had a message for you today. He did an interview on NBC. And this is how he's going to try to frame you and get the heat off himself. Watch.
Mike, I'm going to say it right here. I know you're going to say no because you're a coward. 5 debates, all right? If you're willing to stand with me and have a conversation,
Dude. That's the thing about Republicans. Like, the majority of them can't fucking keep up, bro. Half the time, and it's they have like a script that somebody like helped them build to kind of like attack, like these little attack points. And once you like tear them down on those things, they have no fucking ammunition to do anything. Like they're so ill-equipped to even carry a conversation because they're not their opinions. When it's something that's yours, like you know what you believe, you back it up 100%. You'll like, you kind of have this conversational intelligence about what you're backing. And I feel like Republicans, by and large, don't fucking bother with that shit at all because it's just this topical thing. It's like this, like, again, like this contrarianism type of shit where like, it's them, it's not us. Okay, so remove that conversation from the table and it just like drops dead in the water. They have nothing else. Because fundamentally, they're just like, they're droning, bro. They're fucking zombies. They're just following the fucking, you know, what are those rats from that fucking Pied Piper shit? Like, they're just all following the fucking line. They don't care what's at the end of the tunnel. They don't care why they're following it. They're just like, this is the most convincing argument. And it's literally just like a fucking paragraph of shit that's been like recycled, rebooted, and like resold to everybody across the board. And it's crazy that our whole country is being run by like, they're so worried about AI like taking over shit. Bro, y'all got like fucking bamboozled with a lot less. Foreign governments couldn't even do the amount of damage that just fucking normal idiots in the US couldn't fucking get over. Like, complete fucking idiots. It's just this ignorance epidemic of stupidity. Like, they can't even do their homework because if they see a news article, they immediately fucking eat it up. You have to do your due diligence and fucking do your homework. Find out what the fuck is actually going on. That we're waging a fucking senseless war. Our country's super Islamophobic and we're taking advantage of the situation. And Israel is like committing atrocities on our behalf. And for what? You know? Destroying children's schools with fucking kids inside of it with U.S. ordinance, bro. And that's what everybody's backing at the end of the day. And they won't touch that. You know, they won't fucking touch that conversation at all. They'll just completely sway away from it in a lot of ways. Have you noticed that they haven't really bothered with that shit? Like the one time they brought it up, they were just like, they can't, they're going under what is it, Pete Hegseth? He had gone on record of saying like they're conducting an investigation of like what happened. That was it. That's the last thing I fucking heard. You're not going to hear anything else about it. They're going to find out that the fucking missile parts are US made. Like who else would have fucking made them? Weren't they Tomahawks or like Hellfires or some shit? Nobody else has them. That's the thing, is like, it's like the equivalent of a fingerprint missile. Like no one else has that shit, bro. That's a strictly US ordinance. There's like one country that we gave it to. Who else would fucking have it but us?
You and I both know that you will wither in front of your own crimes. But I'm going to make sure Michiganders know about them. By the time we're done, you are not going to have safe quarter from people holding you accountable to what you've done for them here in Michigan. We will send you back to Florida where you belong.
So, Mike, he said, go back and golf a minute. He's trying to cast you as that. Well, he's the working class hero.
This guy hasn't had a real job, I don't think, in his entire life. He's never gotten his hands dirty.
What are you talking about? He's literally, oh my god, Wayne County Public Health. Like,
Who is this? Because I'm gonna fucking do a deep dive and find out he's a fucking nepo baby for sure, bro. Like all these fucking like, oh, blue collar, like bro, you're not fucking blue collar at all either. So why are you shit talking somebody you don't even fucking know? It's just this weird like tit for tat shit that they're not even participating themselves. Like you're holding somebody else to a standard that you would fucking fail immediately with your white privilege, bro. Just check yourself before you fucking open your mouth.
What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? He's an epidemiologist and he worked for the Detroit Public Health Department. He was a public servant. You're insane. You're a pharmaceutical lobbyist.
Manufacturing jobs. We also have the highest utility rates in the Midwest. We have the highest auto insurance rates in the country. We're 45th and 44th in education.
Let's look him up. His name is Mike Rogers. Mike Rogers. I'll do a little deep dive right now, but it's just, you know, they're full of shit.
Guess what? You can't buy a home until you're 40 years old. I'm going to change all of that, and that's what's connecting with voters.
I heard a lot coming from Mike Rogers, but the one thing I didn't hear was, yes, I will debate you 5 times.
You see how they bitch out at every turn? They're always going to bitch out because it actually requires you to give a shit. It actually requires you to prep for something, like, and they just love, you know, that quick rhetoric. They love it. They fucking love like that easily digestible trash that all these fucking Trumpers eat up like fucking crack, you know, like they love it. It doesn't even have to make sense.
It's just trigger words.
It's just like trigger words. And it's so crazy how much that works. Like blue collar, yes. Housing market. You got to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Like, bro, shut the fuck up. You've never done that shit. You've never worked a blue collar job in your whole fucking life. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, you nepo baby bitch? Like, with your white privilege too. Like, what the fuck do you know about struggles, bro? I'm gonna do a deep dive on this motherfucker. Like, I know it's bullshit. And he's holding Abdul like to this standard like that he can't even fucking measure up to himself. But yet he won't meet up and like say what you got to say. Like, what do you have to say, bro? You have nothing to say. I guarantee you he has nothing to fucking say because he's a fucking idiot just using the same recycled word vomit that works all the fucking time. And people are so fucking stupid too. Like, they just eat it hook, line, and sinker every fucking day. Like, just the most simple, dumb shit you can imagine. Like that bootstrap shit. Like, that's all it takes. It doesn't even take much. And it's crazy that our country's run for people like that. Like, all it takes is like one sentence and everybody just eats that shit up like crazy. It's fucking wild that we'll like throw our country away over a fucking paragraph of shit that everybody's just repeating over and over and over, bro. It's fucking insane. And meanwhile, you know, families are getting torn apart. Fucking economy's in the toilet. We're waging the fucking senseless war. Like, money is just bleeding out of everybody's fucking bank accounts to keep up with the inflation. Groceries are fucking at an all-time high. Fuel costs keep going up. Like, how many fucking more like red flags do you need, bro? That shit is not working. And they keep saying like, wasn't he gonna fucking do this and that? And I'm like, Trump hasn't done a goddamn thing but deport people. Literally the most racist shit you can imagine. That's about all he's done. Nothing else. But that's what wins them over. And the crazy part is, there's fucking Hispanics backing this shit. That's the fucking wildest shit to me. There's some of them on TikTok just mouthing off and saying like, well, that's why, like, they're illegal. They have to leave. They can't be here. They're criminals. I'm like, bro, they're literally like your fucking neighbors, bro. We're on stolen land saying that we don't belong here. Like, shut the fuck up. I don't know. People are not outraged enough. People are not talking about this enough. It's getting glazed over so much, and they're making it this fucking thing of like, y'all are just hyper reacting. And it's like, how else do you want people to fucking react to this? There's no like chill way of saying this. You know, like, oh, like you guys are reactionaries, you know, you're just blowing shit out of proportion. I'm like, bro, this shit is out of proportion. This is like underreacting to shit, if anything. That's how I feel about it. I don't know how anybody else feels about it. It just like, to me, the way shit is cooking right now, like there should already be like chaos in the streets type of shit. And I think we're getting close to that fucking point because of like the fucking outrage that everybody feels and the helplessness. And it's going to make people desperate, and people are going to fucking make mistakes. Not good ones. You know, there's never a good mistake, right? But like, it's just like, you know the type of shit I'm talking about. I don't need to go into detail. Like, you know the type of shit I'm talking about. It's going to get serious. And they've been saying that for a while. And if you pay attention, you'll fucking see the signs, you know, where, you know, black cars pulling up and you disappear type of shit. That shit's not normal. They have no oversight at all. They're using those fucking badges as a free pass to just do whatever the fuck they feel like they're entitled to. And they're even getting people of color to do this god-awful shit.
If you claim that there's all of this...
Also, this entire conversation, this entire resentment is brewing for James Carville because the voters in the Democratic Party are voting against his best.
Oh yeah, he's like,
That's why he's so mad. That's why the other day
he
said,
thinks Hasan is like,
I'm out. So me or him.
What's his name? James Carville. He's like being super critical of Hasan and saying he's a fucking like what is that when they're like dissenter or causing dissent? I don't know what the adjective is for it or whatever. They're, even the Democrats are kind of like causing this shit. Like they're like part of the fucking problem, which is insane that there's like these centrist Democrats falling in line to shit that you know they would never fucking agree with otherwise. And it drives me up a wall, bro. Like they'll literally just be a contrarian piece of shit. I don't know who they're proving a point to. Like Republicans don't fucking like y'all, bro. Like who are you trying to impress? Who are you trying to soothe? They can't fucking stand you. Because at the end of the day, like y'all don't have too much in common like you think they do, you know? Let's hear the rest of this James Carville bullshit.
And maybe it won't be me.
You haven't yet endorsed
it. I confuse him with Ralph Nader a lot. And it's not him.
I don't think so. I met Francesca a couple of years ago. I was in Wisconsin. And she seems very, very nice. But again, this is a race I just am not that familiar
with. The goat fucking Bernie, dude.
Many governor's races. Then we did one in Maine with Troy Jackson. You know, obviously my major concern right now is seeing that we have a Senate and a House that is going to stand up to Trump. That's really where my focus is. So as of now, we've not been involved.
The Senate is bought and paid for, though.
You haven't yet endorsed in the Wisconsin governor's race. What's your thinking there, and might you?
Bernie races. Bernie is towards Asians, new old guy lore unlocked. When else I
thank you for the gift, guys.
Now Democratic Senate candidate Michigan, the media has begun to play defense. Vaughn Hilliard tries to distance El Sayed from the violent extremist Hasan Piker, even though Piker was endorsed and literally campaigned with El Sayed.
Spending big.
Yo, this kind of stuff is stupid. Dude, these guys, like, I know they never listen to me, but just like, don't do this kind of shit. Okay, I don't know why these guys like are now engaging in like a defensive posture at the behest of Abdul. Like, it's just, again, he has already made his position clear. Okay, he goes everywhere. He talks to everybody. He talks to Republicans as well. That doesn't mean he's a Republican. He's not a socialist. I am. Okay.
In Michigan, it's a seat that they can take at a time that Democrats feel like they have open opportunities in places like Maine and Texas. I want to play a soundbite.
Is that skinny Mike Lindell?
From Mike Rogers, who was on Fox.
Oh shit, he is very skinny.
Here this morning, setting up his general election campaign. Take a listen.
They're ops. No, these guys think they're helping.
So radical, so extreme, get nominated by a political party, and the DSA candidates in the state in 2 different congressional races look like they're pulling it off as well. The Democrat Party is lost to this hardcore socialist attitude. And I fought my whole life. I was an FBI special agent, U.S. Army officer.
Doesn't that sound like complete bullshit sometimes when they say that shit? I was a special forces sniper. Like, bro, shut the fuck up.
I brought it up earlier, like, the specialist against the.
I find it shocking that I'm going to go up against a guy who believes America deserved 9/11.
Oh my
To
god.
be very clear, Al Sayed never said that. He has appeared with popular Twitch streamer Hasan Piker.
They're even like slandering him by proxy just by being in the same room as Hasan. They're like, you fucking did it too. You said that shit too. They're like, by guilt of proximity, they're trying to slander everybody now. That's where they're getting to, because they literally have nothing else on him. It's like, unfortunately, he's not fucking problematic for y'all. Like, he doesn't give y'all enough ammunition to fuck around. They're trying to eat him up with a bunch of random shit. I think they met their match, dude. They have somebody that can't be out-talked.
Al Sayed has justified his relationship with Piker as one in which Piker has following of millions, and just because he appears with him doesn't mean he agrees with everything he says, equating to someone appearing on Fox and not agreeing with everything that individuals on Fox say. But this is the type of attack Al Sayed is already.
Oh, they framed it. Okay, never mind. They're not trying to distance El Sayed from violent extremism. They're just repeating what El Sayed said. I misunderstood. I got duped by the description, and then I watched the video and realized the video doesn't say what the dumbass description does. But of course, it's Newsbusters, so classic. Someone asked McMurray about you. It's Alex Kane.
I need to source the other one.
You just endorsed
the other video.
George Currents, Alex Kane.
Abdul, and wondering, what are your plans for the general election? What are you specifically going to do? How are you going to coalesce your supporters? And
I think I gave him an interview.
People, particularly Stevens, people who voted for Stevens,
can't see the chat.
What do you do to kind of bring them into this?
Is Democratic media finally starting to defend you? If they were smart, they would. I know that all of my ops will say, of course not. You should do yourself. Of course not. Like, Democrats should actually go extra hard on you, and maybe even Abdul. But if they're smart, they would do that. Like, I'm not even expecting a defense. I just want them to be truthful. You know what I mean? I just want them to like frame it in a normal way as they would for anybody else. That's what's so goddamn annoying. My black Gen X dad sided with you and Abdul over Carville, so it's working actually? Hell yeah. No, the James Carville thing actually helped out a lot, I think, because everybody hates him. Like, a lot of Democrats despise him.
I didn't know that.
Even on threads where I'm not exactly, people.
He always gave me like a centrist vibe. I don't know if you know him. James Carville. He looks like fucking Ralph Nader a little bit. He's bald. He has glasses. I'll drop a link in the chat eventually.
People are not exactly very fond of me, but even on threads they were like, "Yeah, I don't know anything about Hasan, but after this James Carville shit, I'm with him. Anybody who's against James Carville is with me. Is on my team." They don't defend you, then it turns into a weird circle jerk of them disavowing you and then Republicans saying they didn't disavow you. Exactly. It's so stupid. Just like, be honest, be truthful. Be like, this is a separate media entity. Who gives a shit?
El Sayed coalition?
My goal is that Democrats have to win in every.
I have a theory about this. Stay with me here, okay? You know how Fox News is always giving advice to the Dems, but it really sucks. I feel like the right wing and centrist Dems view your advice in the same opposite appeal type advice, so that's why they don't listen to you. No, they don't listen to me because they think I'm wrong.
Every single race in November, and it is.
But it's a good theory.
So much more than just one race. I ran in this race, but I also know how important it is to make sure that we elect Jocelyn Benson as our next governor. We flip the state house, we expand our majorities in the state senate, because that is how we actually deliver on all of these promises, on protecting voting rights, on expanding affordability, on making sure we're funding our schools and we have opportunity. All of those things matter. So wherever I can plug in to do that is
They're like, fund schools. Fuck that.
Israel a divide that can be healed in the general election?
I hope that it can. You know, this is Carl Levin's seat historically, and Senator Levin always did a wonderful job as somebody coming from the Jewish community for keeping an open door to the Arab and Muslim community. And I want to get.
Wait, I didn't know that. That's crazy. So Carl Levin
Motherfucker.
is Andy Levin's dad. Andy Levin is one of Abdul's first endorsers. Andy Levin was the president of his synagogue. Andy Levin is the Israel critical Jewish person who was running for the district that AIPAC actually spent a shit ton of money on to put Haley Stevens in charge of. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, Andy Levin's dad is Carl Levin. Yes, Andy Levin is from the Levin, or Sandy is his dad. Carl is his uncle. Oh, I thought Carl was his dad.
Give a lot of respect to Abdul for reaching out and getting time and having a conversation. Not to pull my husband is we're in an interfaith marriage. I was raised Catholic, my husband is Jewish.
What?
People have a difficult conversation, and I think you heard some of that today, where there is shared safety for our kids that matters, and that's what this is about at the end of the day.
And you criticized Hasan Piker when he was campaigning for Abdul.
Man, he rubs people the wrong way, like really bad.
So now to kind of getting behind him.
I'm not going to talk about, you know, a streamer and the impact on this race, but what matters is
Why? Because it's actually affecting shit. He's fucking ruffling feathers like left and right, bro. He's cracking up.
Hates me, dude.
She fucking hates you, bro.
That's crazy. I thought we were boys now.
I'm not gonna talk about a streamer. He's not just a streamer. He like has a college fucking education about this shit. He studied political sciences.
So when we think about the future for our kids and our daughters and making sure they have a country and they have bodily autonomy and they have voting rights and they have civil rights, we have to be like brothers. So we've got to put those differences aside and be focused on the goal.
Thank you. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
APAC guys definitely has some impact, but for some voters, turned them off. One of the things I heard so frequently was, I really hate that they keep calling him a sexist. We can't escape these ads. I think it backfired.
Yeah, they call Hasan sexist all the time.
El Sayed did best among young voters. Young people who have watched for years, our leaders have failed to meaningfully deliver for them. Yeah. She's my coworker now. We're peers. We're allies. Some might even say besties. Okay? She's just joking. Yeah, also the pool party. Dude, the real proletarian vanguard is in the least expected place. The real proletarian vanguard is in the Fox News, the boomer comments under Fox News.
I love
posts.
that y'all used to the best pictures possible. Dude looks like a model. Yeah, they're trying to slander him, but like he looks good in every picture.
Best pictures possible. Dude looks like a model, and this is brought to you straight from APAC themselves. You just show them photos of two good-looking guys.
Thank you for the follow,
making them look even cooler. Honestly, the commercials against him made me laugh. The worst they could find was he was sexist because he said something Gretchen did was not inspirational. I think we have a different definition of sexism, and he won. Sayed's gonna smoke Rogers in the election. Okay, these are not right-wingers. Fox secretly loves this guy. I have a question. What is this? Are you at all worried that the DSA candidates distance themselves from socialism? Will Lawrence worrying? Yes. I mean, I'm not worried in general, but the Will Lawrence one I did not like. This is my favorite picture of you two together. Oh,
they're like all smiles, dude.
Talking about Shannon Watts. I think I'm deciding to no longer talk about Shannon.
What is the core?
Man, did you hear what she said? She's like, I'm not gonna talk about a streamer. Like, it's not that deep. Like, you can't even comment because it'll give him more of a platform, but you look fucking stupid doing that. Like, obviously this conversation is taking place. He's going to talk about you. You might as well join the conversation. And this is that centrist take of just like, I'm not going to partake of things that I don't back 100%, but I'm still going to contradict things that would benefit everybody. Free fucking healthcare, you know, like immigration reform, abolishing ICE, like all the shit that we all agree upon. And they'll just like contradict day and night just because somebody is like, oh, he's very like controversial. Like, and do you not fucking agree with everything he says though? Like one little fucking thing and you change your whole spin on shit. Like that's not enough for me to walk away, but it's fine for everybody to be cool with Trump doing that shit. He can do that every day and everybody votes him into office and he gets 2 terms, not 1, but 2 fucking terms. Oh, he's morally reprehensible, like, and he still wants everything you want. He said something mean. That's literally their argument with Hasan. They're like, he said something mean and it hurt my feelings. It's like, bro, that is not enough for you to fucking like disparage somebody day and night.
We're done. All right, let's skip
In Michigan last night, we supported 3 candidates, Lou Lawrence in Lansing, Donovan McKinney in Detroit, and both of them won. And of course, the key race was the Senate race in which Dr. Abu al-Sayed
Damn, he has a doctorate? I didn't know he had a fucking doctorate.
very gracious concession and the understanding that we all have to work together to elect them.
That's why he doesn't want to fucking debate him, dude. Oh my god, you don't fuck around when people have a doctorate, bro. They're gonna tear you apart. They're gonna make you look like you're a fucking idiot. Every day. You have no chance, bro. That's the thing about like Republican centrists, Democratic centrists, like they fall under the same umbrella of just being like, it's confusing me, so I'm just not gonna agree with it. Even though like on the surface I agree with 99% of everything that someone's saying, I'm gonna not, support this. It's the most ignorant shit you can fucking do. Just because you're so dumb and you can't like do your homework. It's not that hard, bro. Finally getting a fucking dub on Overwatch. But anywho.
And then in a way that I have never heard, I don't think anybody has, $60 million in super PAC funding. An unbelievable amount of money. Outspending him 9-1 against anyone. So I just congratulate the people of Michigan. I think they made a great choice. And I look forward to doing everything I can to see that Dr. al-Sayed is the next senator.
Do you have concerns, though, that some moderate Democrats or some of these, quote, establishment Democrats that you refer to might not be able to support Syed or others because there's this schism inside the party?
Well, I made it clear yesterday and before that if Haley Stevens was the nominee, I would support her. Because I think it's terribly important that we all come together to take on.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
And do everything.
I don't know about that take, Bernie. She isn't that great. Why is he backing her? What the fuck?
We can to stop the disastrous policies of the most dangerous president in the history of the United States. That's Donald Trump.
I think it's going to take a lot for Bernie to just start endorsing until they win their primaries after the Grand Platinum stuff.
That's weird.
I was prepared to support Haley Stevens, and I'm confident that people who are on the other side of that election yesterday are going to support him.
And why do you think that doesn't tilt this to in favor of Rogers if they view el-Sayed as too?
Look, what already we're seeing is the Republicans are bankrupt. How would you like to go out and campaign and tell people why you support a president who gave $1 billion?
That is, Burn Dog would have.
Burn Dog
would have a landline ringtone, dude.
Oh my god. You heard his ringtone?
And through 15 million people, good luck to you. How would you like
He's very boomer coded.
It's a great idea that we started an illegal and unconstitutional war, which is causing massive damage all over the world, including 18 deaths of our own.
Not to mention the unconstitutional war, massive famine. Like, there's people starving because this fucking Strait of Hormuz has been cut off and shit. For how long? Like,
good luck to you. They got nothing to say. So you know what they're going to
damn, it got
campaign
hot.
on? Breaking news. Abdul El Sayed is a Muslim. Wow. Maybe we can...
That scares people. That really does. They're like, I don't know. I don't trust them.
Because he believes that healthcare is a human right. They got nothing to say. We're going to win.
Is this 2004 with Obama or 08 with Obama all over again?
I think it's part of that. And I'll tell you, it goes back even further. I'm old enough to remember a guy named John F. Kennedy. And there were people saying, oh, Kennedy is a Catholic. We can't have a Catholic.
He is, that's right. Fact check, true. He is old enough. Fact check, true. He said, I'm old enough to remember John F. Kennedy.
The United States presidency is going to listen to the Pope. He's not going to be for America, you know. But we're going to beat that because I think at the end of the day, people understand the system is broken. You got 60% of our people living paycheck to paycheck, struggling to put food on the table, pay for healthcare, pay for housing, while the billionaire class is getting richer. And Abdul understands that. He's going to campaign on that. And by the way, you're going to see a number of independents coming out from. You're going to see some Republicans coming out from, and you are going to see a lot of young people getting involved in the political process of waiting.
How does he make that case for the
Okay, I think I got it. Okay, good.
How does he make that case for the
Do you know who the Hasan Piker is?
A blowhard. I think these guys.
A blowhard. James Carville, you little... you little so-and-so, bro. What is this weird saltiness? Like, these old fucks just can't stand anyone having a good take. It's not even that bad. Like, for you to just take it that far. With, again, somebody that younger you would completely agree with 100%. It's just the old eating the young as usual. We live in the fucking wasteland of, like, boomer shit being rampant, bro. Like, the Islamophobia, the fucking wage disparity where no fucking millennials or Gen Z can afford to buy a fucking house, but they're fine. They're like, why don't you guys pull out a loan so you could buy a house? Like, we can't. We have no fucking money because our shitty jobs don't pay enough and the cost of living is skyrocketing.
Spectacularly.
Also, who the fuck has like $300,000 to buy a fucking house? Do you guys have $300,000? I don't fucking have $300,000. I don't think any of us do. To just throw bread on a fucking house like that.
Speak for yourself, you poor.
Look, if you're poors, get out of the chat, bro. No, I'm just kidding. But like, for real, like, who the fuck has... Some of them are even like $500,000 for like a what? An 1,800 square foot house?
Yeah, it depends where you're
A starter home. It's not even like your forever home. A starter home that's going to get you in the door. That's going to be over $1 million at least. If you get your forever home. 1.5, 2 maybe. That's a lot. Like, you'll be paying that off into your fucking, like, 55 and over. Like, you'll be a senior citizen by then. By the time you've paid that home off. If you don't get fucking sick. Hopefully you don't. Because they don't give a shit. They're going to take your home when you can't pay your shit off. One missed payment, you're done.
Say progressive left. There's a tone of contempt there. Is
I
there?
hope the camera was able to pick up the contempt.
There are a lot of people who are just like, this is not working. Democrats haven't done anything about it.
They never win. You know who's going to decide the future of the Democratic Party? Let me break the news to you. They ain't that liberal, okay?
Pro-Israel politics is so poisonous in the Democratic Party.
There's no place for criticism of the government of Israel in the Democratic Party.
Will you endorse the 2028 candidate if they are pro-Israel? How are you feeling about the midterms?
I feel very good, but the only thing that can derail us is if we could nominate some of the wrong candidates in the wrong place and not be as successful as I hope. But it's going to be passive. I mean, in spite of anything, we're going to win that thing.
The wrong candidates, what do you mean by that?
I see challenges from the quote progressive left, unquote.
Progressive, really.
And these people are too hard-headed to know that they're not popular. People don't like them. And but if you get a skewed turnout,
Well, as we found out in Michigan,
He's making
last night,
the
still more
biggest.
popular than the establishment voters.
They're making like the biggest generalization of an entire voting class just because they don't agree. Like, they don't even care about the numbers. You see how the topic just changes? They're like, well, they're wrong, so like it doesn't matter how many there are, even if they are popular. And it's again the old eating the young. They're just going to disagree. They're going to be contrarians. And that centrist take, that pro-Israel centrist take is like, we're not going to go against our allies. It's like, when the fuck have they been our allies, bro? When the fuck have they been our allies? This country didn't even exist post 1966. They didn't fucking exist. There was never any ally like there. They just sprouted out of the ground.
Still more popular than the establishment politicians. Devoid of policy.
out in a primary, you might end up losing a race that you should have never lost in the first place.
We're really reheating our nachos, bro. Yeah, so this is the full interview.
You say
On the
progressive
Twitch
left,
stream.
you sort of there's a
On the
there.
Twitch stream here because it's getting a little long. I just wanted to add a little bit of hot takes, pancakes, and talk shit about these motherfuckers with their old ass boomer takes and my outrage, basically. So sorry for ranting. It's late. I think it's like almost 4 a.m. I should be asleep, but I slept like shit. But good night, Twitch. I'll see you tomorrow.